So it's been about 2 months since I set up this ultra low fishbowl aquascape. It's about time I made a little update video on how the scape's doing and what I'm going to do with it in the future. And just before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more updates from the scape, please subscribe to the channel to see more. You can see the Hydrocosta tripartite of Japan has grown quite a lot. It's starting to grow really tall, so it's time to give it a little trim. As this plant grows taller and taller, the stem will start to shoot out roots on the side of it. If you cut it in the right place, you can replant these trimmings to make a more denser carpet kind of effect. This plant does really well when there's lots of CO2, light and fertilisers in the tank. This will help the plant grow nice and low and help create more of a carpet look. So in this setup it might be a little bit difficult to do this, so replanting the stems again and again will help to create a more dense kind of look. I'm just going to use my tweezers to replant these trimmings back into the substrate again. This is such a delicate stem plant, so you got to be careful when you replant this back into the substrate, so I'm just taking my time to do this to avoid any damage to the plant. I'm not going to trim the hair grass just yet. I want to let it grow a little bit more to see if it will create more of a jungle kind of look for the scape. You can see it's starting to send out runners quite a lot along the front of the aquascape, so I'm hoping it will eventually create more of a dense carpet. Having a dense hair grass carpet will help provide some cover for the shrimp in this bowl. I noticed there's loads of little baby yellow shrimp around this fish bowl now, so the more cover I can give the shrimplets, the better chance of survival they will get. I need to make sure there's enough cover in the bowl to make sure the shrimplets grow big enough so the guppies start to ignore them. I've also noticed some fry in the bowl. I want to see how well these grow up and see what the colours are going to be like. It's a bit early to tell, but I think there's one male and one female fry. It'll be interesting to see how they grow in the next few months. When I do a water change on this bowl, I like to siphon out 3 to 4 litres of water. I like using a toothbrush to clean the glass of this fish bowl. The toothbrush is non-abrasive and it lets me clean around the curves of the fish bowl. As you can see, I've had a bit of problem with algae in this scape at the moment. I think this was just down to the light being too close to the surface of the water, so there was way too much light being put onto the aquascape. This is quite an easy fix. Because it's a lamp based light, I was able to lift the arm up just a little bit higher, so there's less light going into the scape now. At the moment the light is about 3 to 4 inches away from the surface of the water. This has reduced the intensity of the light way down, so now there's less algae growth now. When I first set up this scape, I had a little bit of problem with brown algae, which is expected when you start a new aquascape. But with regular maintenance and keeping top of it, it went away quite quickly. And then the next issue I had was some blue-green algae. This algae became a problem when I added the fish and shrimp to the bowl. I think when I added the livestock to the bowl it caused a nutrient imbalance. And also having intense lighting probably didn't help the problem either. But by doing regular maintenance, by cleaning the algae away from the glass and plants and making sure there's no debris in the substrate and doing lots of water changes, this algae went away pretty quickly. I've also added some Slovenia to the fish bowl as well. This is a floating plant that can provide some nice cover for the fish and shrimp. This plant also acts as a great nutrient sponge. If there's any excess nutrients in the water, it'll use them all up to grow quicker and divide into more little plantlets. So all the maintenance is now done, so it's time to add some clean fresh water back to the bowl. I like to try to make sure the water is the same temperature as the bowl, as I don't want to cause any temperature shock on the fish or shrimp. The water looks a little bit murky at the moment. I think this is due to the wood still going off tannings. It takes about a day for the water to clear up. I recorded some more footage of the bowl the day after I did this water change. I also recorded a little bit more footage of the baby guppies and some of the baby shrimp I found in the tank, so I hope you enjoy that too. You can see the water in the bowl has cleared up so much in one day. I also lowered the light just to make filming a little bit easier so you guys could see more of the bowl. Right now the scape is doing really well. The plants are starting to mature really nicely. I think I'm going to let the scape mature for another 4 months so it reaches the 6-month point. The great thing about aquascape and fish bowls are that if you get bored of the scape, you can easily rescape it pretty quickly. And you can do it relatively cheaply, as the substrate will still probably have enough nutrients in it, and you can reincorporate the plants that are growing in the old scape into the new scape as well. By the time you want to rescape, the plants will be nice and mature, so when you add these mature plants into your new aquascape, it will help make it look more mature than it actually is. I think I'm going to add a stem plant to the back of the fish bowl just to help fill it out a little bit more and try and create more of a jungle look for the fish. This will also help provide even more hiding space for the shrimp if they need it. Leave a comment below telling me your favourite stem plant, I might add it to this scape.